So I'm here with this Baseus dash cam. The box comes with this unit, the rear camera, the cables for the two, a little 12-volt plug with USB-A on it so you can plug in the one cable, and it does come with a 32 gigabyte SD card. I would probably go ahead and get a bigger card. It would be, you know, just nicer to have. You could store more footage. The cool thing about this is there's actually a solar panel here on the front, so you don't need to do a hardwire kit if you want to have like collision detection when it's parked. I really thought that was pretty neat. And here in the high desert, we sure do get a lot of sun, so pretty great. They claim once that battery in there is charged, you get like 14 days of standby monitoring. So pretty cool. Even if you only got half of that, that's like really amazing. Now, it does automatically wake and record when it has like an abnormal vibration, collision, or motions. So that's when you enable that mode. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Now, the front camera does 4K UHD, which is 3840 by 2160 at 30 frames per second. It has a Sony IMX335 sensor with 6-lens f1.6 aperture. The rear camera, which I'll show you in a minute, has 1080p at 25 frames per second, and you have 170 degrees field of view in the front, 120 degrees in the back. Now, it is HDR plus Sony Starvis night vision, so you get crystal clear at low light performance. I did some night driving, and we'll take a look at that. It does have 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi 6 plus their apps. You can easily transfer the video off of it, or you can always just take the SD card out. I found personally that it takes about 45 seconds to a minute per minute of video with it at the highest settings for the front camera, and then, you know, considerably less for the back camera. That's just due to the file size. It does have built-in GPS. I didn't have to do anything for that. It just worked. It has a clear line of sight because it's the windshield, and you know, if you're in a parking garage or something, it's not going to work. But as long as it's got clear line of sight to the sky, the GPS signal can be detected. It does have voice control. We'll play with that in a minute. And yeah, like, it was really easy to set up. Now, I haven't done a permanent wiring installation yet. This is my wife's SUV. We are looking for a vehicle for me. I'll probably put this one in my vehicle because I really like it. And then I'll worry about properly routing the cables. You know, you can use like wire clips and stuff and have it nice and tucked away so it's not out in the open. Right now, I just have the cables kind of run through, and you know, that works for me for right now. I'll probably take them off today and then hook them up on my vehicle whenever we buy one, hopefully soon. Now, let me take you back and show you the rear camera. So here you have the rear camera, and I've actually wiped this off twice. It's just, that's how dusty it is in the desert. And then I'll go ahead and open this up and show you that. And then there we go, you know, just a little stick 'em and you're off to the races. This has a huge amount of rotation, so you're going to be able to get whatever angle you want. And then again, I just have the cable ran right there right now. I'm probably getting a truck, so I won't have to worry about a hatch, and then I can easily route the cable to wherever I want it. And then here you can see from the front of the car, there's the unit, and there's that little solar panel I was talking about right there. And you know, if my car is facing the other way, it'd be getting full sun right now, but it's still getting some sun, especially reflected off the garage. So that's pretty cool. Well, this doesn't have a touch screen. It does have plenty of buttons, and we can come in here and we can see the menu. If I can remember which, there it is. So you have like sound settings. You can come in here, change the resolution, loop recording, camera functions. We can go into the sound settings, and you have sound recording on or off, the volume, key sound, which I'm actually going to turn off. That's better. Then the recording settings I showed you, you have the system settings, which is like screen timeout, language, speed, unit, time settings, frequency, GPS, time display, Wi-Fi. You can format the card, which it has you do when you first turn it on, and then you can reset to the factory settings. And then you have, oops, wrong button, parking security. I have it turned on. And then if it overheats, you can have it shut down. I have that turned on. And then you have all that stuff. And then you can come in here and see the files and everything. Now, they do have an app, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. For the Wi-Fi, there's a button right here that turns the Wi-Fi on and off. You turn it on, and then you can come in here to the app, and then there's the device, and it will show me the live feed there. And I can screen capture. I can go into some settings, same kind of stuff you saw in the menu on the device itself. And then we can come over here to files. It will pause recording temporarily. And then here it'll have any incidents it detected, any pictures I've taken, which I haven't done. and then the videos. So there you can even see me. And there I am, you know, messing with the camera back there, and like, it's great. It's really responsive and fast. And again, you can just select one of these and download it straight to your phone if you need to share it or something. Pretty cool. Now, they say it has voice commands, so let's try messing with that. So I did turn voice function off, so I'll come in here and turn it on. And yeah. Take a picture. Oh, that was cool. Let me go look up the other commands in the manual. Show rear camera. Show front camera. So I'm really pleased with this thing. It's kind of cool. Now, I did mess up when I stuck it on the windshield. I believe it had one of those static clings that you put on first, and then you put the sticky stuff to it. Mine did come with an extra sticky though, so once I get this off the windshield, I'll be able to install it on my truck. But I really like those static cling things because then it's just painless to take off. You just peel the static cling and it comes right off, so I really do appreciate that. And like, I think the coolest thing about this to me is it has that little solar panel for the collision detection, because who wants to hardwire one of these into their car? Like, you gotta like go through the firewall and stuff, and it's just a real pain. So having that and then the little built-in battery is pretty cool. My only complaint is I wish I had a touchscreen. But that said, I mean, the buttons are very intuitive. I think you have 5 buttons. For going into settings and stuff, you really use like 2 to 3 of them. So not a big deal. And you can do the settings in the app too. I think everything, if not almost everything. So like, I really like this thing. I'll have a link to it in the sticky comment in the description. And yeah, so I'll give you a little more driving footage to play us out.